Hey everybody, I'm Bill, the Hill Country Prepper, and I want you to be informed so that you can be prepared. Recent current events, like the Wu flu pandemic, or having a socialist in the White House, or the war in Europe with the threat of nuclear exchanges, these all have a lot of people reevaluating whether or not they should be a little or a lot more prepared than they currently are. Now, if you're one of these people, here are some pointers on where a new prepper should start. Now, on my channel, I discuss things that are going on in the world that you need to be aware of so that you can take the steps needed to prepare yourselves and your family for what might be coming. If that's important to you, please keep watching. Here are the things that a new prepper should be doing right now, without delay. You need to have extra cash on hand. Ideally, you'd want enough to cover about 6 months of expenses. Now that might be unrealistic for somebody just starting out. Start with what you can. Start with enough cash to cover all your monthly expenses and grow it from there. Now pay yourself first, in cash, every payday. Keep the cash in a safe place in your home, preferably in a safe. After you've paid yourself, pay your expenses. Now, food and water. Again, ideally, you want enough food to cover about 6 months, or even a year or more. For starters, shoot for a month's supply of food and grow your prepper pantry from there. Now, I mentioned prepper pantry. This is separate from your everyday working pantry. Your working pantry is what you're eating now. Your prepper pantry is what you're saving for an emergency. Start with buying extra of what you eat every time you shop. If you can afford to, buy more. Shelf-stable foods like canned vegetables, meats, fruits, sauces, those are good choices. Don't rely on foods with short shelf lives, like packaged foods, fresh vegetables, and fruits. And don't go heavy on the frozen foods either. If the power goes out, that food is only safe for about a few short hours and then it'll need to be eaten. And don't forget to get water or have some water storage available. Now, it's recommended to have at least 3 gallons of water per person per day for drinking, cooking, and sanitation. You can see how this will quickly add up, so make sure you have plenty on hand. Hey, if you guys find this information helpful, go ahead and push down on that like button and share this video with your friends. And if you're not a subscriber yet to my channel, why not? Subscribe right now, because I want you to be informed so that you can be prepared. And hit that notification bell too, and that way you'll get notified each and every time I upload some new content. So do that right now. So now that you're getting some cash saved up in your home and your prepper pantry is starting to fill up with food and water, what's next? Don't overlook the everyday use items. Stuff like personal hygiene items. Remember when everyone was hoarding toilet paper? Don't forget cleaning supplies. Stuff you need and use every day. Now, how about fuel? Can you keep yourself warm in case of a power outage? I know a lot of families that slept in their living rooms in front of their fireplaces last year when Texas had the polar vortex knock out the power here. How are you going to cook your meals if the electric range doesn't work? Do you have propane? How about firewood, charcoal? How about your vehicles? Or a generator if you have one? How are you going to keep those fueled up? Let me ask you this. Do you typically only stop for gas when the gas gauge is nearly empty? Stop doing that. Don't let the fuel fall below half a tank, and not below 3/4 if there's an imminent crisis. Keep a few 5-gallon containers filled at all times for each vehicle. And don't forget about medications and sanitation items. First aid items, prescription medications, stuff like that. Now, if you're new to prepping, leave me a comment down below and tell me what you think is most challenging about getting started and being prepared. And if you're a long-time prepper like myself, let us know what challenges you faced early on in your prepping journey. I'd be interested to know, and I'm sure it could help someone just starting out too. Now, for me, it was overcoming the feeling that I was late in starting and I felt behind in everything I was doing. That was 12 years ago. I've come a long way with my prep since then. You will too. Now that you're well on your way to prepping, it's probably a good idea to have some idea what you're prepping for. Identify the top threats to you and your family. Are you thinking natural disasters like hurricanes, tornadoes, floods? Maybe it's supply chain related shortages, where shortages of food, fuel, everyday items. Is it civil unrest, maybe police actions, government interventions like lockdowns, martial law? And don't forget about the possibility of loss of employment or the family breadwinner. It does happen. Do you have a plan in case the shit hits the fan? How about evacuation or a bug out plan? Are you going to hunker down, bug in? Think about your plan now. Outline it for every possible scenario. This way you won't have to make up something under stress. This is by no means a comprehensive list of what you should do. Watch this video next for more information on how to be informed so that you can be prepared. I didn't cover everything. I didn't talk about survival skills and bushcraft, water filtration, evac or bug out bags, and so much more. The main intent here is to get you people who might be new to prepping off to a good start. I do hope you found it helpful. You guys have a blessed day. Hill Country Prepper. Thanks.